on the gridiron or courtside, you know what time it is. It's
Sports Plus Life. Sports Plus Life.
ringside or front court or field pass, we ballin', no. Knuckle up or buckle up, I tell it like it is when I'm on my show. Home run, slam dunk, knockout, or got some dough.
Sports Plus Life.
Yeah.
Sports Plus Life.
Ah.
Yo. What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. You heard me. And you already know it's going down today good. So guess what? Turn it off, turn it on, turn it all the way off now. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm going to get right to it because this ain't going to be your 2-hour-long episode of Sports Plus Life today. Today, it is Friday, November the 5th, 2021, and please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life, that there podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. Now, again, it is Friday. Usually I work Friday. I haven't done 2 podcasts in a week in quite some time, and that's the way I used to do it when the show first started in 2018. I used to knock out 2 a week, easy. But now, schedules have changed and things like that, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop. And I only do 1, but I'm off, so I have time to knock out another one. And what's crazy is that, does that date sound familiar to you? If you've been listening to me over the last, I don't know, maybe about like 6 weeks as far as November the 5th, this is supposed to be the day that we get up for the Highland Springs Verona game. But guess what? Oh, we still getting up for the HS Verona game. But contrary to what the school has told us, the game is not tonight. The game is tomorrow. Which is no problem. So I don't know why that I put that sound effect on there because, I'm off tomorrow too. The game is tomorrow, November the 6th at 2:30. And again, I guess the reason why I had that sound effect there is because for the last 6 weeks, I've been screaming, November the 5th is coming. Friday, November the 5th is coming. And then womp womp, find out this week that it is indeed on Saturday. So yes, now it's more appropriate for me to put it there. But again, if you want to get tickets, go to gofan.co. That is gofan, all one word, .co. If they're not sold out. I know Sean hit me up last night saying that he got 3 tickets. I went and got 3 tickets because once I found out that the game was Saturday afternoon, I said, well, bet, you know what? I can bring the kids. I was going to bring my son. Wasn't sure if my daughter would be interested in going to a football game, but she said, Daddy, I want to go. So, okay, cool. Well, you going, little mama. So I got my 3 tickets, like I said, and this tickets are going quick. It's a big game. I believe this is the last regular season game, if I'm not mistaken. So, again, that is gofan.co, gofan.co, if you want to get your ticket. And again, I don't give a damn if you class of 01 or not. If you repping that black and gold, bring your ass on out there and show love, show support, because remember, this is where we from. This is our home, and that's a part of us that's never going away. No matter how much we may try, it is never going to go away. But in terms of the sports, boy, it is really 3 topics that I want to discuss today. It's been crazy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. All right. Well, news of the day. This is the most up-to-date thing that has happened, but Odell Beckham Jr. has been released by the Cleveland Browns, which honestly comes as no surprise if you've been keeping up with the story. OBJ's lack of use in the Cleveland Browns offense, not to mention the fact that his dad put out that video about how many times he'd been wide open and Baker Mayfield hadn't been targeting him. I don't know if I would have done that. But he's been released, and the fact that the trade deadline just passed on Tuesday and there were no suitors for Odell Beckham's services, mainly because of the contract. Well, now he is free. He's a free agent. He can go wherever the hell he wants to go. And now, to me, that puts a big spotlight there on Baker Mayfield, because one of the things that consistently got said after last season was how great Baker Mayfield was, ironically, after Odell Beckham Jr. got hurt. how the Cleveland Browns went 8-3 down the stretch of last season, went to the playoffs, won a playoff game, and gave Kansas City a life and death struggle in the second round of the AFC playoffs, all without Odell Beckham. And now Odell Beckham has come back. They are a Super Bowl favorite as far as Cleveland goes, not to win it, but at least to appear. And now they are 4-4. Baker Mayfield is banged up, but he's still deciding to play. But Odell Beckham has been underused. He's been targeted the most, but I read a statistic where it said the targets to Odell Beckham were the most inaccurate and off-target throws of any receiver in the league. How about that? So now OBJ is free. OBJ tried to play the good soldier because he realizes how unprofessional he was at his time with the New York Giants, which led to his trade to the Cleveland Browns. Now, everybody said he did not want to be in Cleveland. He would never want to be in Cleveland, and I believe that at a point in time. But then when they brought in Jarvis Landry, his childhood friend and college teammate from LSU, plus the fact that they were a stacked team running the ball, I figured, okay, it could work out. Now, I said this before the football season when Odell Beckham was scheduled to come back from injury. I said Cleveland has a system that works. They're a very balanced football team. They play football like a team from the 90s. They have a strong running game. You have 2 all-pro running backs. You have the best offensive line in football. Odell Beckham Jr. has to be content with, instead of getting, I say, 105 receptions for 1,600 yards, he has to be content with maybe getting 70 receptions for maybe just over 1,000 or 1,100. Well, the issue is that it didn't even look like it was going to come to that, as particularly the last couple of games, Odell Beckham was having 2 targets, 1 target, and I'm like, damn. I mean, I'm like, for I would wonder, literally, the game against Denver and the game against Pittsburgh. I was like, well, is he playing? Because he was so underused, and I understand that Cleveland uses a lot of 2 and 3 tight end sets, but for goodness sakes, I mean, you could have got that man in offense. If you wanted Odell Beckham involved in the offense, you could have got Odell Beckham involved in the offense, because we know how when quarterbacks are making a point, to get certain wide receivers involved, they go to them often, particularly early in the game, because you want to keep their head in the game. That was not happening with Odell Beckham. So I don't know if there was beef between him and Baker Mayfield, but I know when his daddy put that thing out, I knew, I said, okay, this is about he's now pretty much trying to force his way out of Cleveland. And it worked, because he got released today on his 29th birthday. Happy birthday, bro. You are now a free agent. Now, where do you think a good landing spot for Odell Beckham would be? I have my thoughts. I have some inquiries, just curiosity, really, of where I think Odell should go. The first thing I said, and I said this on the show with Tony, was I think Odell should try to go to Green Bay, or Green Bay should definitely try to get him, because if you're trying to keep Aaron Rodgers past this season, hey, why don't you just try to get Odell Beckham in there? Now, we'll talk about Aaron Rodgers in a second, but I would try to get him in Green Bay alongside with Devontae. Another place where I would try to get Odell in would be New Orleans, because he is from Louisiana. He's from Baton Rouge. So I figure, hey, you may get the best version of Odell if he plays for his hometown team, since that is such a thing now, athletes going home to play for their hometown teams. I think New Orleans would be another good spot for him. Let me think. The Rams, maybe. Don't know if Odell's already Hollywood. Do you really want to actually put him out in Hollywood? The Rams, they just released Deshaun Jackson. They're actually thin at wide receiver because of it. But I don't know if that would be a good spot, because the Rams are so Cooper Kupp eccentric. And I don't know if that would be a good fit. But another team that if Odell went there, I could see being super duper scary. Very, very scary. I mean, they're already scary enough, Buffalo. You throw Odell there with Stephon Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders, and Cole Beasley, and Dawson Knox. Yikes. That's another place that I could see. But honestly, the biggest fits I could see would be Green Bay or New Orleans. Honestly, I could see Green Bay and New Orleans. Now, the thought of Odell possibly going to Vegas, because now they need a receiver. I'll get into that in a minute. Odell in Las Vegas, quite frankly, would have me worried. Because, I mean, Odell became such a star when he was in New York. I don't know if Vegas would be, honestly, I don't know if Vegas would be that place. Arizona, nah, you really don't need him in Arizona. If I was him, I wouldn't even want to go to San Francisco. Not trying to be funny. I wouldn't want to go to the 49ers. Because, one, you don't know who a consistent quarterback is going to be, and they're a very run-heavy team, and you just came from a run-heavy team. So why would you want to go back? Why would you want to go back there? The Tennessee Titans, I don't trust Tannehill. I mean, if you're going to leave, obviously, I understand if he goes to New Orleans, there's no Jameis Winston now. There's Trevor Siemian, but the coach, I guarantee you, Sean Payton, would make it a point to have Odell be a very featured part of that offense. I don't know if I would want to go to Tennessee where you got Ryan Tannehill as your quarterback, because still, that's my issue with Tennessee. Ryan Tannehill. I mean, now that Derrick Henry is going to be out, maybe not for the season, but he's definitely out for the rest of the regular season, you'll see about Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans. So if you're a fantasy owner, do not have Odell playing this week. I'm glad I don't. Matter of fact, I need to make a couple of changes. I need to swap out AJ Green for somebody. If you're a fantasy owner, do not start Odell because he ain't playing. He is currently not on an NFL roster, even though he's collecting an NFL check. So the saga of OBJ will continue. We will see where he will end up. And I'm pretty sure he'll be on a roster by Monday. I'm pretty sure he will be. It's just, who's it going to be? Because now he can go anywhere he wants to. Now for the next huge story, and all of these huge stories are coming from the NF of the L. Aaron Rodgers. Supposed to be a huge game this weekend between Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. And once again, yet again, something goes wrong where we can't have the two State Farm representatives facing off against each other because Aaron Rodgers has tested positive for the Rona. He's caught COVID-19. But what people are now up in arms about is that now everyone has found out that Aaron Rodgers is unvaccinated. And what's even worse, he was asked this question on, I believe, August 26th. A reporter asked Aaron Rodgers, have you been vaccinated? He said, yeah, I've been immunized, or whatever the fucking word is. Immunized. I don't know, but it was a very slick word to kind of get you off topic of the fact of, it was really a yes-no question in regards to being vaccinated. So he has not been following protocol in terms of, like Carson Wentz is not vaccinated. Kirk Cousins isn't vaccinated. When they're off the field, they have their mask on. At press conferences, they have their mask on. Aaron Rodgers has done none of those things. He lied. He lied and he got caught. And people are coming down on him hard. Now, me personally, I think that every professional athlete should be vaccinated because of your job description. Now, if you choose not to get vaccinated, and it's not a mandate in the NFL, the rules aren't like they are in the NBA, but there is different rules for vaccinated players and unvaccinated players, and Aaron Rodgers has been slick about this. He's been slick about this. Like I said, he lied. He lied, he got caught, and now he's dealing with the backlash that is coming from everybody, as well he should. Because of him not being unvaccinated and him just, out there living his best life, which I don't have anything against, but you're putting other people in jeopardy, and for what? Honestly, if you're not vaccinated and you don't want to get vaccinated, just own it. Just say it. Honestly. Carson Wentz said he didn't want to get vaccinated. Cole Beasley said he didn't want to get vaccinated. Kirk Cousins said he didn't want to get vaccinated. Okay, if you don't want to get vaccinated, just own it. That's all I'm saying. Don't try to be slick and say, yeah, I've been immunized, and shock. When honestly, you've been full of shit. My problem is not with you not choosing to get the vaccine. Even though, like I said, as a professional athlete, I believe everyone should as a pro athlete. But the fact that you ain't even been upfront about it. Now, what the main topic has been with people now, since Aaron Rodgers has come out and is not vaccinated, is Kyrie Irving. in particular, one Stephen A. Smith. And people are coming at Stephen A. Smith's neck, and I'm a Stephen A. fan, but you know what? They should. Because Stephen A. has shown such venom towards Kyrie Irving and his decision to not be vaccinated and now forfeit games. We all know he loves Aaron Rodgers. He famously says he's a bad man. Well, your bad man is, to me, worse than Kyrie Irving because he has not been honest about it. Kyrie has put everything on the table. My only issue with Kyrie is him not playing because he's trying to give a voice to the voiceless. Like I said, bro, I'm not trying to be funny. People who are out of work because of vaccination conditions, you not playing basketball isn't helping them any. Like, honestly, if I'm out of work because I choose not to get vaccinated, me looking and hearing that Kyrie Irving's not playing basketball because he doesn't want to get vaccinated, that doesn't help me in any way, shape, or form. I could give a damn. Good for you. But it's not helping me with my bills that I got over here. That's my only issue with Kyrie. But other than that, Kyrie has been upfront. Most of all, he's been honest. Whether you understand or whether you agree with what Kyrie Irving has been saying or has been doing, one thing you cannot say is that he's been a liar. And Kyrie has not been a liar. Aaron Rodgers, as we just found out 2 days ago, has been lying. He's been lying his ass off. And now people are coming for him for it. And now his whole character is being questioned. That's what happens when you're a mega star and you sit there, look us in the face, and straight up lie. Straight up lie. You're the liar, Aaron Rodgers. I still think you're a great quarterback. But dude, if you don't want to get vaccinated, just say it. Just say it. What, you're afraid of people looking down on you? Now that goes to society, and I can't stand that because it's something else to divide us. Vaccinated people versus unvaccinated people. But dog, if somebody's going to ask you a question, are you vaccinated? And you say, yeah, whether you throw in the slick word or not, but you say, yeah, but you're not, now you're being dishonest. And I think, honestly, on some level, Stephen A. Smith owes Kyrie Irving an apology. He really does, because, and Jay Williams called him on this yesterday on First Take, saying, okay, you might have called Aaron Rodgers a liar. You might have said he needs to be suspended, but where's your energy at? I don't hear the venom that you had for Kyrie Irving that you do for Aaron Rodgers. Well, I'm sure Kwame Brown got something to say about that. But Aaron Rodgers, like, come on, dog. Come on, bro. If you don't want to get vaccinated, just come out and say it. Don't lie like a punk about it. Because for real, you lied like a little bitch. You did. Because you're trying to be slick and just trying to do things, your way. It worked for 2 months. It worked for 2 months. Very slick. But you're going to be out there unmasked and putting other people in jeopardy? Like, come on, bruh. Like, either take the damn vaccine or not take the damn vaccine, but be honest about it. Well, you can't lie about it now because niggas know. Because if you come out here and say, yeah, I've been vaccinated, people are going to want to see it. People are going to want to see you get vaccinated. They ain't going to want to just see the sheet of paper because there's fake stuff going out there too, like fake IDs. We going to want to see the needle in the arm to prove that you've been vaccinated since you've come out in public and lied about it, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's really all I'm saying. And, like I said, you're out against Kansas City. How long will you be out afterwards? Who knows? Will the NFL have a punishment for you for breaking protocol? Will they? For being at press conferences maskless. You may be out for more than one game. You may have just sacrificed Green Bay's seeding because right now they're tied for the number 1 seed. And I'm pretty sure Kansas City hasn't looked great. So I'm pretty sure that people were picking them to beat the Chiefs. I did. I picked the Packers to win. I'm rescinding that pick now. Yes, I am. I'll rescind it for Tony too. Now on the other end, now we get to see what Jordan Love is made of. Ooh, the plot thickens. I actually may be more excited about seeing Jordan Love play because this has come so out of left field, out of nowhere. Yeah, Kansas City's defense sucks. So I'm interested to see what can you do with this horrible defense, Jordan Love. What can you do with that? Now you're going to see if, and now to Green Bay's credit, to their organization's credit, they've had Aaron Rodgers back. They have. So the organization may be punished as well. But they've had Aaron Rodgers back, particularly if they knew this whole time that he hadn't been vaccinated. Because, unfortunately, they look like liars, too. They do. They look like liars, too. I mean, it just is what it is. Excuse me, I'm porched. Yeah, ain't did that on the show in a minute. But yeah, bro, Aaron Rodgers. Ooh, you slick little son bitch. Ooh. But, on the topic to my next subject, which is just crazy in itself, and I mentioned the Raiders as a possible landing spot for Odell Beckham, which I wouldn't want to see. I'd rather see Deshaun Jackson wind up with the Vegas Raiders because they need another speed wide receiver, and that is because second-year pro out of Alabama, 22-year-old Henry Ruggs crashed into a car in the wee hours of Monday morning, killing a lady and her dog. Henry Ruggs was driving up to as fast as 156 miles an hour. Dude, what the entire F? Like, I don't understand why some of these professional athletes just don't do the responsible thing when you have so much to lose, especially a person like Henry Ruggs, who was in his second year. He was just beginning to scratch the surface. He was becoming a very good receiver. If I'm not mistaken, he was the first receiver taken off of the draft board last year, ahead of CeeDee Lamb, ahead of Jerry Jeudy. It was Henry Ruggs, because he had an acceleration that not many could get into, and sorry for lack of a better term, this dude was a burner. He was an absolute speedster. Made a big catch against us in our game a couple weeks ago. We were trying to come back. Derek Carr just threw it up. And why did he throw it up? Why did he just throw it up? Because he knew that his receiver was faster and bigger. And now, Henry Ruggs is probably going to jail. And because not only was he driving 156 miles an hour, he was drunk. He was over twice the legal limit. And there was a loaded gun in the car. So not only did you take a life of a woman, take a life of an animal, you damn near took your own life and your girlfriend's life. For what? And the images of Henry Ruggs before the car crash, he was at a hockey game. He was at a hockey game. And I'm not saying it's like Henry Ruggs is a bad person. I don't know him, but I've never heard anything negative about him. But it's like, dude, even if, now look, I'm not perfect. I've gotten behind the wheel inebriated. Yes, I have. And it's honestly a dumb decision to make. But even getting behind the wheel a little inebriated, why are you driving so fast? Why are you going 156 miles an hour? Why? I mean, that's why I'm supposed to be going to Uptown Alley tonight. This is why I'm having a designated driver with me, because for one, I'm in Chesterfield. I don't want none of them problems. And it's just a responsible thing to do. And like I said, you have so much to lose. You have your life is ahead of you, and it's offering you the sun, moon, and the stars. And you give it up because you think you got this. I mean, and I think about, and I've thought about this the last couple of days, is will he be able to resume his professional football career once he's paid his debt to society? And I'm not trying to be funny about that, because I think about the situation that happened 12 years ago to a wide receiver by the name of Dante Stallworth. He hit a man who died. He was driving. He had been drinking the night before. That's what he admitted to the police. Now, he was only going 50 miles an hour in a 40. The man ran out in the middle of the street, so the man was actually in the wrong. He wasn't in a crossing zone. But nonetheless, he hit him. He got killed. Dante Stallworth had 8 years probation. He had to do 30 days in a county jail. He had a fine, 1,000 hours of community service, and he settled out of court with the victim's family. And he was able to proceed with his professional football career once all was said and done. Now, the thing with Henry Ruggs is that 156 miles an hour, twice the legal limit with blood alcohol, loaded gun. I don't know, man. I don't know. And it's, of course, felony charges are being filed against him. They're saying anywhere from 2 to 20 years. He appeared in court. He was in a neck brace and a sling. Obviously, I mean, you hit anything at 156 miles an hour, something on your body is going to be hurt, going to be aching. So it's an unfortunate situation because you have a young kid who, like I said, really his career was just blossoming, and he potentially may have lost that. And should Henry Ruggs get the chance to play in the NFL again, which is the only thing I would suggest that he does while he's in jail, because I truly believe that he ain't gonna just do no 30 days in jail. No, he's not gonna just do no 30 days in jail. I mean, I see him possibly serving anywhere from 2 to 5 years in jail. But while he is having that time, while he is doing that time, I would advise him to keep his body in pristine condition, be a model citizen, and should he get the opportunity, should he still possess the thing that made him the top pick in the top wide receiver pick first off the board in the 2020 draft, that speed, I would suggest that he play out the rest of his career for the young lady who is now not with us because of a foolish decision that he decided to make. The young lady was 23 years old. Henry Ruggs is 22. Depending on the jail sentence, there is enough that he is young enough to where he can get out and proceed with his NFL career. That's the only thing that I would recommend that he does, should he be able to get a second chance to redeem himself, is be a model citizen, play out the rest of your career for this young lady whose life got taken, as well as be the spokesman for people for anybody against drunk driving. I don't give a fuck if it's mothers, brothers, sisters, cousins. Be the spokesperson of showing that drunk driving is just, you just can't do it. And you just, it's just tough. Because if it's one thing that Henry Ruggs probably needs right now is a friend. And that's why I salute Derek Carr on what he said yesterday in the press conference, saying that right now Henry Ruggs needs somebody to love him because he feels pretty crappy. And I don't disagree. And I know that's hard, particularly for the victim's family who just lost a loved one, because this kid made an idiotic decision. And that's what it is. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat that. It was a dumbass decision by Henry Ruggs. And just pray for everybody involved. Pray for the victims. Pray for the victim, the victim's family. Henry Ruggs, his girlfriend that was in the car with him. Because if there's anything good that can come out of this, let's just pray to the Heavenly Father that something good can come out of this. So, yeah. So those were the three main topics that I really wanted to get to today, seeing as how I usually don't do shows on Friday because I'm usually at work around this time on Friday. But yeah, man, I mean, the news has been crazy between Odell Beckham being released, Aaron Rodgers Covid situation, and Henry Ruggs. It's been a trip. And once again, my Los Angeles Lakers blow a huge lead against the Oklahoma City Thunder. What the hell? Like I said, I ain't overreacting on basketball yet. Ain't even 10 games in. But anyway, what a buzzer. Oh, man. All right. You know what? Like I said, I've been screaming for the last 6 weeks. Friday, November 5th. And you know what? It's cool it's cool because, like I said, since the game is on Saturday, I'll be able to take my kids Saturday afternoon. We're going to have a good time. Let's get up. I still can't wait. That's not going to dampen any level of enthusiasm that I'm going to have. Homeboy Sean, guess what? And that's another thing. Because the game's on Saturday, Sean can come to the game. Back out. David is going to be at the game. Back out. Yeah. My boys, my fam is going to be there. Not to mention the rest of my fam from that beautiful black and gold. I can't wait to see y'all. But again, it's your boy, Brandon Brevon Towns. Hit that subscription button if you haven't already. Become part of the Sports Plus Life family. I can't wait till tomorrow, but I'm out this bitch today. Peace. I love y'all, man.